Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to be taking a look at some Kingsford pellets that I had never tried before. These are those flavored pellets. I ordered all three bags that I saw. I ordered the basil, I ordered the cumin, and I ordered the onion and garlic. So today we're going to be trying out the onion and garlic pellets in the Asmoke smoker. So I chose the Asmoke because it was the easiest of my pellet grills to empty the pellets totally out of, and then to reprime it with just the Kingsford onion and garlic pellets. Okay, let me show you the bag. All right, guys, so this is the Kingsford garlic, onion, and paprika pellets. Okay, they're supposed to impart these flavors into your meat. Today we're going to be cooking some salmon steaks, some salmon burgers, some regular jalapeno bacon burgers, and I'm also going to infuse a steak. We're going to take it all the way through to medium rare to see if this onion and garlic and paprika flavor does impart into the food itself. Once I had primed the Asmoke and it started burning these pellets, you definitely can smell the garlic and the onion in the smoke. Okay, so I'm interested in seeing if these pellets impart the flavor as intensely as the cowboy garlic and onion charcoal that we use in our char griller 980. And I'll put an iCard up here at the top if you want to check that video out, okay? So that's about it. No further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this cook. All right, guys, so before we get started with the cook, I do want to show you a modification I made to the pellet hopper, okay? Uh, the pellet hopper has this grate in it, and my brother and I discussed this in the last video to where on the Asmoke, you have pellets that will sit up here on top of the grate and not fall into the hopper, okay? You having to have to come in and push them in when you reload, okay? And so I know this was put here for safety reasons so people wouldn't actually put their hand down in the auger or what have you, or things wouldn't fall in that didn't belong in there. However, I decided that I was going to remove this, and I did. And so there's four screws, two in the front and two in the back. I removed the screws, took out the safety grate, and then put the screws back in so I wouldn't lose the screws if I decided to put the grate back in later, okay? But now the hopper is completely open, and I can just fill it up without having to worry about the pellets sitting on top of this safety grate, okay? All right, let's get to cooking. All right, guys, so while our Asmoke is coming up to temperature, we're going to cook at 225 degrees today. These are the items that we're going to be cooking today to see if we can get some of that onion, garlic, paprika flavor in there from the pellets, all right? So we're using a simple Dalmatian rub. This is just black pepper and kosher salt. We didn't want to add anything extra that would probably taint the results, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get these bad boy seasons. Now, these are the jalapeno bacon cheddar burgers that we purchased from our local deli. These are great. Um, I love these. I eat these all the time. My wife doesn't eat them, but she likes the salmon burgers, which I did mention to you guys that we were going to be using today also. However, they are frozen solid, so we'll have to cook them some other time. But we're going to lay this seasoning on heavy on the steak here. And we're going to let everything sit here and get happy while the Asmoke stabilizes to 225 degrees. All right, we'll wait for the Asmoke to do its thing. All right, guys, so what I can say so far while the Asmoke is stabilizing to temperature, that these pellets put out a lot of smoke. Now, I don't know if that's going to be good or bad for the cook, but as you can see, there's a lot of smoke coming off of these pellets, okay, as the Asmoke tries to stabilize, okay? So also, I'm going to answer a question. Some of you guys are like, well, why is he cooking right outside of his garage or what have you on such a beautiful day? Normally, I'd be in the backyard, and it's a great day today. However, today is championship football, college football Saturday, and I have a old TV here in the garage. So I got my beer, my cigars, my TV set up so I can watch all the championship games, especially the SEC championship game, even though my LSU Tigers are not in it. Enough said on that. So, okay, so the Asmoke is almost at 225, like it's getting ready to stabilize. So we'll go ahead and get the food on as soon as the smoke kind of dies down. All right, guys, so we're at 220, 225, and that's, I want to cook kind of low and slow today with these to give the smoke an opportunity to do its thing. So here are the salmon steaks. Here are the salmon burgers. And here is our steak. All right, we'll come back when everything hits its correct internal temperature. All right, guys, so after an hour of smoking, we're going to go ahead and check our internal temperatures on our bacon, cheddar bacon burgers. We're at 140. We still got a little ways to go on those. Our salmon, we're at 136. We need to be at 155. So our steak look like it's probably at 130. It is little 130. So we're going to go ahead and move the steak now. We're going to go ahead and let it rest, and then we're going to sear it, and we'll test it for the flavor while the other stuff continues to cook. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and sear our steak right quick using the grill gun from grillblazer.com. Our steak had been resting for about 15 minutes. All right, let's turn it over. And hit it again. All right, that's it. We'll let that rest for a few minutes, and we'll have our taste test. All right, guys, so all of our food is completely cooked. My steak is a little bit beyond medium rare, right in between medium and medium rare. There is some pink there, but not quite as pink as I usually like it, but it looks fantastic. The char that the Grill Blazer grill gun gave it is fantastic, man. So I'm interested in seeing if this onion, garlic, paprika flavor comes out on the hamburger, the salmon, and the steak. So let's go ahead and taste the steak first. And the steak is cooked really well. I do taste some of the garlic, and the onion is not as strong or pronounced as the cowboy charcoal garlic and onion, but it is there. Even though it put out a whole lot of smoke during the cook, uh, the flavor is slight. It's not overpowering at all. Let's check out the fish. Since fish is delicate and it takes on smoke and flavor a little bit better than meat does. Yeah, I can definitely taste it in the salmon, but it's mild also, so it's not really overpowering at all. But the pellets did give the meat and the fish a nice dark color. Assuming that's from the paprika that's in there, just like cherry would do. But it has a nice look to it, and I think these are pretty decent pellets. Okay, let me try the hamburger. Really slight flavor of garlic and onion, not overpowering. So I think these pellets did a pretty good job. All right, so let me give you my final thoughts on these pellets. All right, guys, so here's my final thoughts on the Kingsford garlic onion paprika pellets, okay? First of all, let's talk price, okay? The price of a 17-pound bag of this Kingsford onion, garlic, and paprika pellets was $19.98. Now, you're paying extra money and losing 3 pounds of pellets versus a regular bag of Kingsford pellets. Okay, regular bag of Kingsford pellets at Home Depot ran about $17, and it was a 20-pound bag versus the supposedly flavor enhanced pellets that they gave you less pellets, and they cost more. So um, in that light, if the pellets would perform and add the flavor properly, then it may be worth the money. But we'll talk about flavor. if I had to rate the flavor added to the food on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 6. And I might be being a little bit generous there. The flavor was very, very subtle. That was added to the food. Okay, the rating might even go down to a 5. It was there, but it wasn't overly pronounced. And I guess I'm comparing it to the cowboy garlic and onion charcoal that I used in the char griller 980, which added a pronounced flavor of onion and garlic. It was fantastic. So one thing is that what might help it is that if you take those pellets, these flavored pellets, and put them in a smoking tube where they're not actually the source of the heat or fueling the pellet grill, uh, the smoke from the smoking tube may add more flavor than it has or than it did when it was actually being used as the fuel source. But there was a lot of smoke during the cook, and I almost thought that it was going to be overly smoked, but kind of disappointed that the flavor wasn't stronger than it was. Okay. The aroma of the smoke in the air was great. You could smell the onion and everything while it was cooking. So that's why I anticipated that the flavor would be stronger, but it wasn't. Okay. Um, and so my overall rating on a scale of 1 to 10 for this garlic, onion, and paprika Kingsford pellets is probably a 5.5 out of 10. Okay. Um, we'll see what the other two flavors do. We'll do a video on each one of those when they come in. The basil one and the cumin one. I have those also. So other than that, the Asmoke performed fantastic, and so did the Grill Blazer grill gun when it seared the steak. Steak had a great sear on it. So I'll put a link to everything that we used in this video down in the description block. But other than that, that's it. So thanks for joining us today. Hey, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Hey, as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker.